Luggage pack, I'm headed out. They must forgot what Stacks about. Ain't hand me now, I'm crashing out. Turn my life around to make it out. Little bitch, I'm famous now. Y'all walk around wearing frowns, all because you.
Welcome to Breaking the Beat. It is your host Drea, and I got Delaware artists in the building. Stacks 5.
Gross.
What's up? Tell the people who is Stacks 5. Tell the people about you. Let's hear who Stacks 5.
I started doing music around the age of 7, 8 years old. The first track or lyrics or song that I ever wrote was about Yu-Gi-Oh. I wrote a song, a 16 bar song that I had to squeeze every Yu-Gi-Oh card that people knew and that liked the most out of the show into that
Mm.
16.
Interesting. That is dope. Wow. That
And
is
then
dope.
I'm sorry, and then I had strayed away from it for a while, got incarcerated. I ended up meeting a mentor when I was in juvie, and she asked me, she said, what is it that you good at? And I said, music. But it ain't really panning out the way that I would like it to be. She said, you just keep doing that, you know. So I got out, continued doing music. Then my mom moved me from Wilmington, Delaware to Greensboro. I fell back into the streets again. Started stealing car
Mm.
stereos, breaking in houses, and all types of crazy mischief. Then was blessed to be incarcerated with another old head that had told me the same shit. He was like, man, when you get out, man, you keep pushing that pen. Cause I would like play around and beat on the table and like sing little melodies and hooks and shit. And he was like, that's what you need to do. So
Okay.
back out from incarceration again. Um, I'm about 12, 13 at this point. So that's when I started doing my studies on everything that I'm going to have to have and the skill sets that I'm going to have if I really want to be the best artist and the best musician and one of the greatest. So I did the business studies, I did the management studies, I did the promo studies, the advertising studies, the marketing structures, and everything that, you know, a lot of other artists, I hate to say, shy away from because a lot of artists fall short these days where they think it's just about going inside of the studio, laying a track, and that's it. Then they wondering where they money at and what's going on, and why they not getting these shows and stuff. We're in a whole different time, you know. Um, I was
Mm-hmm.
um, I was reading about that and the route that before it even happened, like artists are going to begin to have to be their own manager, their own promoter until somebody feels like they want to roll the dice and take a chance on you with their money. So now, fast forward, 14, 15, I got my. That's another thing artists don't know. A record label is just a business like Save a Lot, Pathmark. It's a LLC. It's a limited liability company. So I got all of my business paperwork for BWT and T Stacks out the way. I did all my trademarking for my artist tags, my image, and everything
Right.
like that. And then the paperwork that's needed to be filed for when the radio plays your music, you get majority of that. It's a lot that come with music that artists um, uh, turn a blind eye to, you know. So yeah, man, I didn't opened
That's
up.
what's up.
I didn't open up for Moneybag Yo before I even know who he was in Tampa, Florida. The dude was so cool, and everybody was like, "You don't know who that is?" I'm like, "The niggas, he's back here just kicking it with it." I'm like, he must be just, you know, another artist
Right.
on the ticket. So I opened up
Bet.
for Big Yo in Tampa,
That's
Florida. That was back in 2020. Um, I met with Juvenile uh, back in 2017, 2016, and he got my mixtape, and the way he was just so cool, man. I was just like, damn. He was like, walk with me, man. After he got off the stage, he rolling his blunt while we walking and talking on the way to his truck because they pulled up in the trucks. He was in the black truck and the other trucks that was in front of him. So I'm walking with him
okay.
and stuff. Like he literally told me to wait until he was done with his set so I can walk and get some words from him. Found out that they were starting a new Cash Money, not the old Cash Money, but that's the name of the record label that they're starting. It's called New Cash Money. And I was like, man, when you hear this, you gotta pay close attention to this, pay close attention. He was like, man, look, just let the music talk. He said, because you keep on talking to me about these different tracks on here, I'm not going to listen to it on the way back. So I was like, all right,
Right.
cool.
Right.
But he's a real cool dude, man.
That's what's up. And you got a
I,
point. Let the music speak for itself.
I
Mm-hmm.
just recently opened up for Rico Richie. If you ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. You ain't popping. You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping. So I
Okay.
didn't even know that I was opening up for him. Like the dude, like these dudes are so humble that I'm telling you about. Like you wouldn't even think they know that they popping and they famous as hell, but they act like, bro, you just like me. You feel me? Like cool as hell. Like, and after I found out after the fact, after he done got back on a plane in the sky back to Ohio, I'm like,
Uh.
I was opening up for my brother Pete Wonder. And you ain't gotta wonder on how I work to some. Bitch, I do numbers. Bitch, I do numbers.
Mm.
Me and Pete Wonder's relationship, man,
Okay.
came through my goddad. My goddad used to co-produce and give him pointers before he ever started taking off. Like my goddad had his hands on a lot of his like out of the trunk mixtapes, the beats. So
Okay.
I was like, I know I'm opening up for P. That's family. But then after I found out who the second artist was, I said, Rico Richie. I said, man, I thought that was Meek Mill's song.
Oh. Right. Right.
Man, you never know, man. You never know, man. That's why
No.
I tell artists if you really serious about this, because everybody ain't built for this, man. You know, it's a lot that comes with it, especially these days. And you want to be on your A game on all aspects because artists get paid in
Right.
cents, man. You know, we just now got the bill passed that we can get about 50 cent, 25 cent off the dollar. You know, I came up in
Mm-hmm.
the times where we were selling out the back of the trunk. You know what I mean? And then after things started going digital, that was a whole nother aspect of the music industry that I had to learn. But I said that I wanted this. I said that I'm going to do it. I told my family I would do it. So I said, okay, they want to switch it up. I'm going to learn. You know what I mean?
Right. All right. And that's how you elevate. You elevate learning. That's how you create the growth. Now you know how to do, digital so much better. I love digital. I love digital products. Digital. I'm a social media girly. I'm a content creator. So I love digital because you can reach more people. You can reach so many more people than in your own city, or out the back of the trunk.
It's crazy you said that because I just recently found out that I got 1,000 I got 1,001 fans in Canada. I got 1,250 fans in Lagos. I got 800 fans over there in France, London, and Britain, and all of that good stuff. Um, I got what 200 fans up in New York. I got what's that like 700 fans in California. I lived in Hollywood too. Yeah, I lived in Hollywood for a year. Um, but the
Okay.
fires, I was living in the hills, man. I got my black, white, and gray music video, my black, white, and gray body shots, headshots. That's another thing that artists don't know. Like a lot of things have changed with the music industry, but a lot of things are the same. You know, you still have to have your vinyls because in Hollywood, that's all they buy is vinyls. You still
Mm.
have to have your black, white, and gray headshots, your black, white, and gray music video. Um, yeah, man, I got from 7 years old to now. I am about to be 33 years old, and I'm an international star that's got a great record deal. It's BWT Anti Stacks Empire Records. You know, I thank God that I'm blessed to have that. You know, I didn't have to be as though that I say that to say being as though I took the time out to study every aspect of the music industry and what comes with it. I got a record deal partnership with my record label and Empire Records.
Okay. Dang. That is what's up. That's what's up for real. Tell me, how would you describe your sound and what makes you different from other artists?
It's crazy you say that. The difference between my sound and what makes me different from other artists. See, a lot of artists that I meet these days, they so big headed and always worried about the next local artist that's in the same city as them. Oh, I heard that week behind mixtape EP he put out. Watch what I'm about to put out. They competing with the next man, but I don't do that. I never did that. As an artist, I always competed with myself, like the greats did. Michael Jackson, Prince, Kanye West. You know, people with substance, artists with substance. They didn't say, "Oh, that's what he did. Watch what I'm about to do." The artists that I look up to, they always competed with themselves. Even Lil Wayne, Lil Wayne, will tell you that he said that recently. Like they was like, "Would you ever do a versus?" He was like, "Man, I wouldn't do that. If I did a versus, I would have to battle myself."
Right.
Like for real. Like
Right.
this how this just it's just how I do things, man. Like that's how I made it this long. That's how I landed uh, a record deal. You know, competing with myself, not worrying about what the next person do. And then the difference
Mm.
with as an artist is I don't put myself in a box. You know, to be the greatest, to be one of the greats, I don't wrote for people. I don't produce beats for people. Um, you know, a bunch of stuff. I didn't gave people full,
Mm.
ownership of beats that I produce. You know what I mean? So it's like
Okay.
I'm like Kanye and Pharrell when it comes to being an artist. I'm like use as many weird sounds as I can that comes together and makes a masterpiece. Like Kanye said in one interview, he said, "Man, when I made 808s and Heartbreaks, which is one of my favorite albums, by the way, he said the sounds that I was using was so loud that they kicked me out of the um the Rockefeller Rock Nation studio. He had to go
Uh-huh.
into a building. He had to rent out a building for the sounds that he was using. But now you listen back to
Wow.
808 breaks and you like, damn, I can hear it, but I can't hear it like it was going down when he was producing it.
Right. Right.
So
Wow.
it had to sound like like UFOs, hovercrafts just coming down, hovercrafts
About
coming
to explode the bust the windows out. About to
down. Right.
bust out the windows. But you said beats, so you make beats. You sell? Do you sell beats also? You
I produce, I engineer, I manage, I promote. I give consultation courses. But the thing what I do with my artists that I take on at my record label, I give them a 1 year contract. If you can't get it together and show to me that you hungry and that you want this like you told me within that year, you know, that's that. But
mm,
I'm also a type of guy that believes that people deserve second chances. So after that 1 year contract up, even if you didn't do everything you were supposed to do inside that contract, I'll still give you the benefit of the doubt to renew that contract.
Y'all heard it right here on Breaking the Beat, y'all. Y'all heard it. Okay. Got the 1 year contract, got the training, producing, managing, and got the beats. That's what's up. That's what's up, Stacks. You really doing your thing. You
I
really
do my
doing your
best,
thing for
man.
real.
You know, you say that, and it's like a couple other artists that's under Empire too. You know, they got solo contracts though, like independent like artists signed with Empire. They don't got the type of record deal that I got, but one of them they came to me and it was just the other day. They was like, man, Stacks, you just too damn humble, man. You boy, yeah, like J. Cole, man. You know who you are. You know your worth. You know that you done all this, but you just let people think that you're a pushover and stuff. I'm like, that's good, you know. Let them think that, you know. I don't, cause
Mm-hmm.
I know just as quick as Allah could give it to you, as quick as He could take it away. So I don't try to be like, oh, did you know I did this? Did you know I did that? I let you, you know, go ahead on your own, do your own research about who Stacks 5 is. You know.
Right. That part. That part right there. Are you working on any new projects, any upcoming projects that people could look forward to?
Uh, Recently, my senior album just released, Paint with My Pain. Um, I revealed a lot of truths on there, man. A lot of people don't know that I'm full-blooded royalty as well, man. My cousin or great grandfather is Dennis Brown on my father's side. Dennis Brown is the great reggae musician who took reggae to the next level. Like Bob Marley and the Wailers and them used to look up to my grandfather, indoor cousin, while he was, cooking up. And then on my mother's side, I'm related to John F. Kennedy. That's my great great uncle. So,
Okay.
but
Oh wow.
they had stripped my mom of all her royalties and all her land and everything after they found out that she had a baby by a Jamaican man, man of color. So that's
Oh
another
my
thing I told
goodness.
mom. I also continue to, give my all to this music stuff because I said, Mom, I'm going to get you back everything that they stripped away from you.
I know that's right. I know that's
Outside
right.
that,
Take care of
outside
mom.
I got an EP coming out on Halloween next year. I got a EP getting ready to come out on my birthday this year on August 26th. I got a Black History Month single coming out next year, Black History Month, and I got a Spring Break hit single coming out next year.
Okay. Look at that. So he about to be dropping. Got it scheduled. So definitely check in, tap on all his links, follow him, support all of the artists. As I always say, I support all of the artists. But definitely tap in. And Stacks already got a lot of content. Y'all could just go tap in. All
Another
right.
thing, another,
Um Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead.
I got to work with Zaytoven twice. Anytime I go to
Oh yeah?
Atlanta, anytime I go to Atlanta, that's who I check in with. I check in with Zaytoven or Nietzsche from Free Band.
Okay. Oh, that's what's up. Now you really got it going on. You doing your thing for real. I want to ask you, what advice would you give someone who dreams of pursuing music but is scared to take the first step?
I'm gonna tell you like Nietzsche told me, get a job, read, learn
Right.
everything because like Ice Cube said on Jinky Promoters to his son, young Seymour, he said, music don't make money. The music don't make money. Money make money. It take money to get into the studio to record that hit single. It take money to mix down that hit single. It take money to get that music video.
Mm-hmm.
So get a job, man, and read and study everything you can about the industry business aspects, the greats, um, and so forth, man. So you don't get swindled because my time living in Hollywood, I met some good people in the business. I met some bad people, but you know, if you know
Yeah.
better, you do better. So if you read and before you even sit down inside of them offices and them buildings and them meetings, you'll
Mm-hmm.
know, you trying to swindle, you know. So
Right, right. But you know what? That's exactly why this podcast even exists right now, because I get to see firsthand how much money these artists invest in music videos and performances, open mics, all of that. And I was like, yeah, it's got to be a way. We're going to bring visibility because, even if they could make money off of their monetized pages until they get to where they at and move and, still work, of course, but that'll be extra to help invest into yourself because they do. Artists that I see all the time invest a lot into themselves, into their brand. And it's definitely an investment. It's not like you just make a hit song and become famous tomorrow.
all right, I got
Definitely.
on my senior album that we spoke about earlier. I got a sample feature from Aubrey Drake Graham himself, Drizzy Drake. Tap in. I'm
Oh,
talking about. I'm talking
what?
about.
Okay.
I'm talking about October's very own Heartbreak Drake, Sweet Jones. Sample. So he's on the first track. It's called Sweet Life. On the track
Bet.
on the album Paint with My Pain. I got another feature track on the Paint with My Pain album that's out right now on all platforms with a Rock Nation artist named Ray Leone. Shout out Ray Leone. Appreciate him giving me that sample, hopping on there with me.
That's what's up. Y'all, Stacks 5 is doing his thing for real. He is doing big things. Big thing. That is what's up. I am honored to have you on the podcast for real. Mr. Delaware.
That part.
Now,
Everybody said,
right.
man. Everybody said, man. My hometown, Wilmington, Delaware, man. For us, they say for the city to be the size that it is, it's got the highest murder rate. You know, so it's like even some of my family back home, they are stunned, like they flabbergasted when they look at some of the stuff. They be like, and like I said, I'm a humble dude, so I don't be broadcasting everything. So my cousin the other day,
Mm-hmm.
like, you was on a reality TV show with such and such. I said, yeah. She said, "Cuzzo, I gotta come and see you. You think you too big now, huh?" I was like, "Nah, it ain't even that. I just work, And like I said, I learned
Mm-hmm.
to where the angle that where music is going these days. You know,
Mm-hmm. Definitely. 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 You're doing big things. You're very successful. That's what's up. That is definitely what's up. But I want you, we're going to be wrapping up soon, but I want you to give the people something positive, positive encouragement, anything positive. And then if you have anything else that you want to share as well, the stage is yours.
all right, I'm gonna close off with this, man. You too, Master P. I've been trying to reach out to your factory, the people that you got in charge of rap snacks, and I say that to say this. I'm gonna leave y'all with this quote that I want to be on the back of my rap snacks, because I used to collect rap snack chip bags. Every artist got a saying on the back. So my saying is this: my life is my life, my past is my past. That's not who I am today.
Right. I love that. I love that. Master P, tap in with Stacks 5, baby. Get him on them rap snacks. Okay, I love that. That is super dope. I really appreciate you coming on. You're really doing big things, and I know that this episode is really going to inspire a lot of people. Being that your knowledge and you're really doing it for real. You're
Inshallah,
really doing your thing
inshallah.
for real. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. I appreciate you. And y'all, that's Breaking the Beat with Stacks5. Catch all of his info at the end.
Gross. Shout out my team, man.
Right.
HipHop Records, Others Records, BWT, NT Stacks. Them pirate flags up high.
Sound check. Others records in the building.
Stacks, you feel like this was more as a successful way for networking through the industry?
I definitely do. And it's like a lot of people, like, you don't even see some of the people that was peeking around the bushes. You don't even know who be watching, that been looking at us and stuff like that. So it was like some very important people that was looking at us that we don't see, you know, as far as camera goes.
Phones out next. Stacks, Stone, we're gonna find you out, baby.
You can find me on all social media platforms at IAM_Stacks, STACKS_5, SIM_Stacks5, Stacks5 with an S at the end, not a Z.
Talk to me.
Down, I bet your clowns believe us now that won't ever hesitate to hold you down and lift y'all up. Even when I felt that enough was enough, I never gave y'all up. I raised my fist and held my ground just like a leader should. I wish them good, they wish me would, but now that they see my life changing for the greater good, they turn to haters. And